Hello and welcome to Coffee on the Coast. We are so happy to see you. I'm your host today, Tina Prigge of Vagabond Creative Studio. I am very happy to be joined by Flad-Jenson of Progress Lakeshore. Progress Lakeshore and Anne and the Lakeshore Community Job Fair. You guys have a history of putting on successful job fairs, connecting job seekers with employers throughout Manitowoc County. The pandemic has changed that. So we are here today to talk about a pretty cool opportunity that any job seekers within Manitowoc County and beyond might be interested in taking advantage of.
That's right. So Lakeshore Community Job Fair and Progress Lakeshore's involvement in it goes back quite a few years, and we have traditionally done 2 large job fairs every year in the Manitowoc and Sheboygan County area. Very successfully. We typically have several hundred job seekers and sometimes close to 100 companies who really have been able to come together to make a match between a job seeker and an employer. With COVID-19 and the safety precautions that we all are undertaking, we knew that doing it that way wasn't going to work. But there still is a really great need out there. As many of you know, the unemployment rate is not very high in Manitowoc County. So what that and there are a lot of job openings. So what that tells us is there are plenty of jobs for the job seekers that are out there. But we need to facilitate a way to make those connections. So we put our heads together and really came up with a cool, neat new way to foster those relationships. And we're calling this one the Manufacturers Virtual Job Fair.
Awesome. So virtual job fair, and that's because it is going to be done completely online. It's going to leverage the Zoom capabilities. It is completely free for job seekers to attend, although registration is required. And so if you look at the bottom of the screen, rolling across on this ticker is the link that you can go to. If you go to that link at coolestcoast.com/careers #job fair, there is a link right there for the registration. And let's tell them a little bit about what they can expect, Anne, at the virtual job fair.
Sure. So the virtual job fair, people will join this Zoom meeting. Many of you may have already had some experience with Zoom. If not, we can help get you set up. But you'll join this Zoom meeting, and you're going to hear a little intro from Progress Lakeshore. But we also are providing a little bit of information from the leadership of each of the communities that we work most closely with, being the City of Manitowoc, the City of Two Rivers, and Kiel. And that information is just going to be about why Manitowoc County is such a great place to live and work. We thought that we would tee that up because we really do want to highlight why it is we're all here. And we certainly know that we have gotten information that a number of people from outside of the area are interested in the jobs and the lifestyle here. So we want to help share that information. After you hear from those leaders, you'll hear a little bit from each of the participating manufacturing companies. We'll have somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 companies involved, and they are going to explain why you might want to work for them and what kind of jobs they've got. After we hear from them, job seekers are going to have an opportunity to go into different breakout rooms with each individual employer, which is a really neat way for them to start developing a relationship that they can use if they choose to pursue looking for a job with that company. They will have an opportunity to meet someone virtually in person from that company. They will have an opportunity to ask questions. Maybe they want to ask about the work environment. Maybe they want to ask about the skills set. Maybe they want to ask about the various different kinds of positions open. They might want to ask about wage or schedule. So this is an opportunity to say, here I am, I think I might be interested, but I'm not sure, tell me more. And they can start that dialogue. But again, the beauty of it is they're developing that relationship. So if I, as a job seeker, decide that this really does sound like it's something for me, I can now follow up with that person and they're going to know who I am and I know who they are. We can even potentially in these virtual breakout rooms have some conversation about what are the next steps. How would I go about applying? How would I go about getting you my resume? What is your turnaround time? All sorts of things like that. And then job seekers can go to multiple breakout rooms. So you might want to explore 2, 3, 4, maybe 10 jobs in this environment.
Right. And it's not just 10 jobs that we're talking about. We're talking about different employers that might have a variety of jobs. And so you're right, creating that, personal connection is invaluable.
Correct. And that is really what the traditional job fair always did so well and why we're excited about this virtual job fair model. Because I think that you're really going to have a similar opportunity. Because we know that people can go to a website and apply, but they often hesitate because they have questions. They want to understand a little more before they apply. They want to have that personal connection, and this will help them with that.
This is a great way to get the ball rolling. So let's tell people when it is. We are talking December 15th, and it's at 3:30 p.m. 3:30 to 4:30. So it's not a big commitment on your part. You certainly don't have to stay the whole time. Any job seeker can maximize this experience to the best of their benefit. If you pop on and you have a great conversation with an employer and make a great connection in 20 minutes, perhaps you're done and you're free to come and go. You can self-select the employers that you'd like to talk to. So there's no reason to hesitate. And one of the employers that has committed to participating is Wisconsin Aluminum Foundry. And one reason I was kind of excited is I went to their careers page and they talk about most of their positions in their finishing and foundry departments start at $19+ an hour with full health benefits, paid holidays, vacation time, quarterly profit sharing, a retirement plan. So it's the real deal, some of these jobs that we're talking about.
Right. We are not just talking about minimum wage jobs. In many cases, we're talking about family sustaining wages. We're talking about a career, not just something to get you through till the next job. There are probably a whole host of jobs and wage ranges that'll be represented. But there are some really great opportunities that will be represented in this virtual job fair. Absolutely.
Right. And so we are specifically talking to manufacturers in this first virtual job fair. Again, I'm going to put up the dates if I can find it here. It is December 15th, 3:30 p.m. And again, to register, just follow the link that's scrolling at the bottom here, coolestcoast.com/careers #job fair. It will take you directly to the registration link. It is via Zoom. There is no cost to you to use Zoom and participate. There is no cost to participate as a job seeker. So we hope that you come and take advantage of making the great connections between you and a potential employer. I'm going to put up this placard one more time so that you can see. We should also mention that the virtual job fair is being sponsored by All States Rigging and K&M. So a big thank you to them for making this possible.
Yes, absolutely.
And what else do you think anyone should know?
I think that really kind of covers the pieces of information that I think job seekers might wonder about this. Certainly they can contact us if they have questions, but and they can contact us at Progress Lakeshore. Our phone number is 920-482-0540. Or they can email us at info at progresslakeshore.org, and we can try and help them with their questions.
Okay, here's that email address that Anne just mentioned. So it's info@progresslakeshore.org. So if you've got any questions after watching this and before participating, or after participating, if you've got any follow-up questions, go ahead and email Progress Lakeshore at info@progresslakeshore.org. This will be the most comfortable job fair you've ever had the opportunity to participate in, because you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Although I wouldn't do it in your jammies. I would, dress up to represent yourself well to the potential employers.
You could be wearing your jammies and put your sport coat over it, and nobody will know.
There you go. That is awesome. Anne, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing this wonderful opportunity. We really appreciate it. Everybody, once again, we are talking about the virtual job fair, and it is for the manufacturing sector, December 15th at 3:30 p.m. It's going to take place via Zoom. Registration is easy, straightforward, and open today. Anne, thank you so much for joining us. Take care, everyone.